We welcome you all to Game 2 of this doubleheader here under the lights versus Cumberland Valley. I'm Aiden Stevens. We welcome you all back if you're returning after Game 1, or if we welcome you new listeners if you're just finding us. We welcome you all to MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens, and this is Game 2 of the doubleheader against
Good
Cumberland
evening,
Valley.
ladies and gentlemen. Set to begin Game 2 of our doubleheader.
Huskies won the first one 5-0. Grady Hoppel, a complete game shutout.
Here is
And on the mound for the
lineup
Huskies, Aiden
for
Arnold.
Cumberland Valley. Head coach Kyle Wagner and varsity assistants Kyle Nornhold, Scott Allen, and Mark Burnside. Leadoff batter will be the left fielder, number 4, Sid Patel. He'll bat second. He's the pitcher, number 19, Caden Shanley. Batting third, center fielder, number 13, Caden Lloyd. The cleanup hitters, the third baseman, 22, Michael Lapila. First base, number 3, Gavin Kendrick. Shortstop, number 6, Alex Crosby. Right fielder, number 8, Wyatt Moore. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 21, Holton Miner. And playing second base, number 12, Cam Laura. For the Huskies of Mifflin County, head coach Grady Hoppel, assistants Brett Leeser, Dan Kokendorfer, and Jeff Kanegi. Leadoff batter will be the center fielder, number 6, Evan Strohacker.
Strohacker will lead us off here to start Game 1.
Who will bat second. Designated hitter batting third, Landon Hay. Batting cleanup, first baseman, number 8, Parker Crownover. He'll bat fifth. He'll play shortstop, number 35, Clay Emmon. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 23, Ty Plank. Second baseman, batting seventh, number 12, Grady Hoppel. Batting eighth and catching, number 33, Elliot Yetter. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 1, Joel Beamer. And pitching, number 25, Aiden Arnold. And your umpires working behind the plate will be Keith Epicino, and on the bases, Don Brenneman again. Thank you to all of our PIAA officials.
Caden Shaloni will throw. This is senior night. This is technically the senior night game for Cumberland Valley. Husky senior night. They lost to State College. They led 5 2/3 innings. Shutout from Grady Hoppel. Ativo comes in to close of the game. Ativo's first pitch. It's a fastball that just got too much of the plate. Home run, and State College blew the doors off after that. Strohacker's going to lead us off here in game number 2. Huskies won 5-0 in game 1. We're going to see what happens here with the penultimate game. Strohacker will lead off. Rubel on deck. Haig in the hole. Same top 3 for the Huskies. Other than that,
leading off the game,
it'll be a very different lineup for the Huskies compared to game 1. Here comes the first pitch to Strohacker. Left-handed hitting center fielder. Reached on base in both of the first 2 innings. Will take strike 1. On the mound once again for Cumberland Valley, number 19, Caden Shaloni.
First pitch at 6:24, game time temperature 70 degrees.
Here comes the 0-1 from Shaloni. Strohacker's going to chop one up the middle, and for the second straight game, Evan Strohacker leads us off, getting on first base.
Third baseman, number 17, Lincoln Rubel, now batting.
Strohacker at first, Rubel at the plate. Here comes the 0-1 pickoff, and there safely. Now, Strohacker at first. No outs, top of the first. Huskies are the away team in this one. Huskies were home in the first game. Here comes the 0-0. Gonna take. Didn't go, says the infield umpire. Very close. Strohacker at first. Huskies scored 3 in the top half of the first and didn't look back. All behind Grady Hoppel. Here comes the 1-0. Foul one back. Haig on deck for the Huskies. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top half of the first. 1 on first. A lot of ones. To Lincoln Rubel. Strohecker's going to take off for second. He'll get caught in a pickoff. Play at second. He's in there safely. And Strohecker steals second. Got picked off, and he still got second. Nice heads-up play by Strohecker. Dig it out. Strohecker at second. 1-1 count to the third baseman. Runner on second now. That one's going to be high. It'll be a 2-1 count to the third baseman. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Huskies won the first one 5-0. If you're just joining us, thank you all for watching MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens. Here as Huskies had 3 in the first half in game 1. That one's going to be popped foul.
There go our runners for our foul ball bingo.
Something Cumberland Valley do. Cumberland Valley doing something pretty cool here. They're playing a game called Foul Ball Bingo. Never personally heard of it myself. Seems pretty fun. Way to get the fans engaged into the game. The 2-2 to Rubel. Looks back. Here comes the pitch. Rubel will take inside. Count goes full. Haig on deck. Crown over in the hole. Here comes the 3-2 from Shawnley. Strohecker on second. Rubel at the plate. The payoff pitch to Rubel. Rubel's going to chop swing it foul. Dribbler at short. The play at first. In time for out 1. Strohecker advances to third. Haig had a big game in game 1. Multiple RBIs, multiple hits. Strohecker's on third. 1 out.
Now batting, DH number 5, Landon Haig.
Runner on third. 1 out. Strohecker on third. 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Haig swings through strike 1. Be down early. Senior night here for Cumberland Valley. Here comes the 0-1. Haig swings through strike 2. Coach Hoppel calls time. Haig is having wrist problems. We're going to zoom in on that right arm. You see that black cast? You wouldn't call it a cast, but he's having restraints and he's going to stay in the game. Haig's going to fight through the pain. Had 2 singles, 2 RBIs as well. He's down 0-2 with a runner on third, top of the first. Haig is set. The 0-2 to the designated hitter. Haig's going to chop it to the pitcher. Haig play it first in there safely. Slides in. So much for injury. They beat out the infield single. Reese Christine on a pinch run.
Pitch running at first base, number 4, Reese Christine.
Christine at first, Strohacker at third. Crownover at the plate.
Batting first baseman, number 8, Parker Crownover.
Crownover now comes into the plate. Playing first baseman today. Takes low and inside. Ball 1. Ball gets away. Fielded nice and recovered. Runner on first and third, 1 out. Huskies top half of the first inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader, 1 game 1. Crownover will take strike 1. Runner on first, third, 1 out. Double plays in play. Runner will take off for second. A beautiful jump up the middle. No double play. I'm not 100% sure what the call was there. They're going to call Christine out. Strohacker has to go back to third. It'll be 2 outs for Clay Ammon.
Shortstop, 35.
I mean, I'm assuming he caught it. I just am confused on why he had to go back to third. That's my only question. I will try and figure that out for you as soon as possible. First and third, 2 outs. Ammon will take low and away for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Foul tips that one back. It'll be 1-1. 2 outs, 2 on, top half of the first. Ammon did not play in game 1. For the Huskies, the game to look out for is Cedar Cliff and Altoona. Whoever wins that game is going to be goods and bads. Take strike 2. Parker's going to be in there standing. If Altoona wins and Mifflin County wins, it'll be a tie for the league leader, as both teams will be 9 or both teams will have the same winning record. Here comes the payoff pitch up the middle. Shortstop's going to have to make a tough play. The play at first in time for out 3. And the Huskies get shut out in the top half of the first. When we return, Cumberland Valley looks to try and get to the bats go and score their first run of the day. You're watching MCTV.
Foul bingo under the N7. N7. And it's not too late to purchase your bingo card. Raise your hand or come to the press box. We'll give you a bingo card. Bingo cards are just $5. You win half the pot. And a gift certificate for $45 to the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory. And there is a table set up beside the press box. They have Cumberland Valley hats and shirts, as well as the Eagle magnets.
Aiden Arnold is going to throw on the mound for the Huskies today. Usually came in for relief, so we're going to see how long he can go in tonight's game. Sid Patel is going to lead off today for the Eagles in game 2. Led off in game 1. Patel will step into the
Leading
box
off
on
for the
senior
Eagles,
day.
left fielder number 4, Sid Patel.
Here comes the first pitch from Arnold. Will work the off speed there. Takes high. It'll be a 1-0 count. Will take low in the dirt. It'll be 2-0. It's going to be outside. It'll be a 3-0 count. Will take strike 1 after the 3-0 count. Here comes the 3-1. Will take strike 2. Patel thought it was ball 4. Arnold has worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Chopper over to short. Fielded. Play at first. And time for out 1. It's one you'll remember here early for a momentum swing.
Now batting to pitcher number 19, Caden Shanley.
Shaley's now going to come up to the plate. 1 out. These left-handed hitters, especially these 2-3 slot, especially during last game at least, had a lot of power, just not able to convert. That one's going to get hit over the shortstop's head for a single. First hit of the game. So the pitcher gets on his first at bat of the game. Now batting, number 13, Caden Lloyd. Runner on first. Here comes the 0-0. Take outside. Ball 1. 1 out. Runner on first. Arnold looks back over at first. Here comes the first pitch. Or the 1-0. Looks to squeeze. Takes outside. It'll be 2-0. Through 3 batters. Arnold's first 3 pitches. Arnold's first pitch to all 3 batters. Ball hit ball. Here comes the 2-0. Popped up behind.
There go the bingo runners.
Popped
And
up
if
in
you
the foul
arrive
play.
late and you still want to play or any time, stop by the press box and get your foul ball bingo card.
Runner on first. 2-1 count to the 3-hitter. In the dirt, 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Swings through strike 2. Arnold has worked himself back into a 3-2 count for the second time today. 3-2-1 on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first, bottom half of this first inning. Here comes the 3-2. Popped up. Foul play. Parker chasing. Chasing deep. It'll fall in between 3 Huskies.
Please return the foul balls to the Cumberland dugout, please.
Caden Lloyd. Runner on first. 3-2 count. Arnold's going to wait for Hoppel to get back in his spot after the complete game. Runner on first. Expect him to take off. Here comes the 3-2. See, struck him out. Aiden Arnold on the fastball for out 2. Runner stayed at first. Now batting, number 22, Micah Lapila. Here comes the 0-0. Takes high and inside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Runner on first. That one's crushed right center field. Strohecker chasing at it. It'll be all the way to the wall. They're going to send one home. And for the first time today, Cumberland Valley will lead 1-0.
The next batter is the first baseman, number 3, Gavin Kendrick.
Gavin Kendrick now coming up to the plate. Started game 1. Runner on second, 2 outs. Eagles lead 1-0. That one's going to be hit to third. Throw over to first, and time for out 1. Or out 3.
The bottom of the first inning,
Eagles score 1. When we return, top half of the second, Huskies trying to erase the lead. You're watching MCTV.
And we had a foul ball bingo that inning. It's under the I-6. I-6. Drawn so far was N7 and I-6.
So we head to the top of the second. Huskies trail by 1. Plank's going to step into the box. First time the Huskies have trailed today. Led all of game 1.
Right fielder number 23, Ty Plank.
Huskies guaranteed a split whenever they leave here today. As the day turns to night. Huskies trail by 1. Plank steps into the box. Right fielder. Will take strike 1. Pitcher is set. Plank is set in the box. Here comes the 0-1. Plank's going to hit a little dribbler to short throw over to first. And time for out 1.
Alex Crosby, Eagles shortstop. Number 12, second baseman, Grady Hoppel, now batting.
Hoppel now comes up to the plate after throwing a complete game shutout in game 1. And it'll be 1 that the Hoppel family will remember forever. Is here comes Yo. Takes low for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 to Hoppel. Hoppel will take strike one, the outside part of the plate. It'll be ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Grady Hoppel. Here comes the 1-1. Hoppel will take strike two on the off speed. Takes low. It'll be a 2-2 count to the second baseman. Here comes the 2-2 to Hoppel. Top of the second, 1 out. Make it 2 outs. Drop third strike. Throw down to first in time.
Now batting the catcher, 33, Elliott Yetter.
Yetter now comes up to the plate. Huskies trail by 1. Yetter steps into the box. Here comes the 0-0. Yetter swings through that. It'll be 0-1 count. Here comes the 0-1. Yetter will take strike two. This is a big game in the league. After the Huskies took game one, they took over solo possession of second place. Yetter swings through strike three, tagged out. And that'll end the second inning, the top of the second. When we return, Cumberland Valley looks to add on. We are watching MCTV.
And a reminder, Daimler's food truck will be here after the game. They have great carry-out containers. You want to take dinner home? They have it to go.
Arnold's out here for the second inning. We welcome you all to MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens. Cumberland Valley leads the Huskies 1-0, heading into the bottom of the second.
Shortstop, number 6, Alex Crosby, leading off for the Eagles. We're in the bottom of the second inning.
Alex Crosby here leading us off to start the bottom of the second. Here comes the 0-0. Will take ball outside. It'll be a 1-0 count. Here comes the 0-1. The 1-0. It'll be a 2-0 after the ball. Arnold is set. Here comes the pitch. Takes low. It'll be 3-0. Crosby versus Arnold. Here comes the pitch. Takes strike one. Two of the best teams in the Commonwealth. Chopped to short. Weaver throws over to first. And time for the single. Parker Crownover, not usually used to playing at first. Had to use all of his tall frame to try and get that one. Got in there safely with a single.
Now batting for the Eagles, right fielder number 8, Wyatt Moore.
And officially, Cedar Cliff has beaten Altoona by a 2-1 final score. Popped up. Weaver's going to call for it at the shortstop position. Out one of the inning. First pitch swinging and first pitch out for Aiden Arnold.
The catcher number 21, Holton Minor.
Holton Minor now comes up to the plate. It seems like a team and a crowd favorite. Pickoff attempt in there safely. Runner's going to take off for second. Yetter's throw down. Not in time. And safely. This will be the 1-1 pitch. Takes low in the dirt. It'll be 2-1 now. Runner on second, one out. The 2-1. Takes ball high. It'll be 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Pop foul, and it'll be a full count. Runner on second. Catcher calls time. Here comes the payoff pitch. Runner will take off for third. That one's going to get in left field. Gapping with the head start. The runner will take home easily. As now Cumberland Valley now leads 2-0 here in the second.
Single by senior Holton Minor. Now batting, second baseman number 12, Cam Laura.
Runner on first. Huskies trail now by 2. pickoff attempt in safely. Another pickoff in safely. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be crushed over the shortstop's head. It's the Cumberland Valley crowd roars after the single. Coach Alicia's going to come out here,
Left fielder,
talk to Aiden
number
Arnold.
4, senior Sid Patel will be the next batter.
Patel will
And
be
we
on
just had
deck.
a foul ball bingo.
We'll return to MCTV. Huskies down by 2 of 2 on base. You're watching
And once
MCTV.
again, it's not too late to play foul ball bingo. If you have a $5 bill, we've got a bingo card for you. Win half the pot and a gift certificate from the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory. B9, our latest drawing. Sid Patel batting for the Eagles.
Patel now comes up to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Here comes the first pitch. Patel's going to foul one off. First and second, 0-1 count, 1 out. Eagles looking to add on some more. Third, steps on third, play over to first in time. Close play at first. They're going to roll him safe. Umpire's going to have a talk about the play at first. Looked very close. It's not if that throw was in time, it was if he was off the bag or not. We'll have to find out what the ruling officially is. They're going to keep him safe. So, we're going to be in the same situation, just one more out.
The pitcher, number 19, Caden Shanley.
First and second, 2 outs. This kid has some power in him. Take strike 1 on the off speed. Beautiful. Curveball. If you saw Hoppel work that a little bit. Here comes the first pitch. Yetter tries to frame it. Not going to get the call, and it'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 2 on. Eagles have already scored 1 this inning. Looking to add on some more. Here comes the pitch. That sets up outside, and it'll be a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Here comes 2-1. It'll be low in the dirt. It'll be a 3-1 count now. Here comes the 3-1 in the dirt, and it'll be a 5-pitch walk for Aiden Arnold. Weaver warming up in the bullpen now for the Huskies.
The next batter for the Eagles, center fielder number 13, Caden Lloyd.
Lloyd now comes up to the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Both 2 and 3 hitters. Hopped sky high right field. Plank gets under it. Strohacker got it, actually. My apologies for out 3.
For Cumberland Valley in the bottom half of
The Eagles leave 3 on base. You're watching MCTV. When we return, the Huskies looking to try and get on the board.
The Eagles 2, Mifflin County 0. We had a bingo number drawn that inning. It was under the B7. B7.
Foul ball bingo being played here as the Eagles lead by 2. Huskies won game 1. It's the worst case scenario for Mifflin County. They come out of here with a split. Win 1, lose 1.
Set to begin.
Won't move anywhere in the standings, though. We'll remain tied for
Leading
second.
off, left fielder number 1, Joe Beamer.
Beamer now steps up to the plate. Normally, courtesy runs when needed. Here comes the 0-0. Beamer will take strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Here comes the 1-2 to Beamer. Looks outside for ball 1. Strohacker now on deck. So now here comes the 1-1. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1. Takes outside, it'll be 3-1 to Joel Beamer. Here comes the 3-1. Beamer takes strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. Count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes. To the 9-hitter, Beamer. The payoff pitch. Swings through that one, and it'll be strike 3. Beamer goes down swinging. Strohacker now comes up. Top of the order, due up 1-2 in the inning. Strohacker
Leadoff
steps
hitter,
in.
center fielder number 6, Evan Strohacker.
Had a leadoff single in his first game.
Here comes the 0-0. Strohacker takes strike one on the inside part of the plate. Oh, 1 count to the leadoff hitter, 1 out, top of the third. Strohacker takes ball 1 low. Rubel on deck. Huskies trail by 2. Here comes the 1-1. Strohacker will take strike 2 on the lower part of the zone. Here comes the 1-2 to Strohacker. Is not struck out today. Takes high. It'll now be a 2-2 count with 1 out. Here comes the 2-2. Takes inside. Count will go full. For the second straight batter, count has gone full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Strohacker has battled back in every plate appearance he's been in. Drawn walks, late singles, the 3-2. Takes inside, and it'll be another walk. Strohacker's having a career day out here. Lincoln Rubel now comes up to the plate.
Now batting third baseman number 17, Lincoln Rubel.
We're going to have a coaches meeting with Cumberland Valley. Rubel's on deck. You're watching MCTV Baseball. Rubel steps into the box, runner on first. Here comes the 0-0. 1 swing could tie it from Rubel. It's going to be high and away for ball 1. Pitcher is set. Here comes pickoff in safely. Strohacker takes his lead at first. 1-0 count, 1 out. Rubel's going to pop one out of play. Eagles lead by 2. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Strohacker at first. He's going to take off, and he got in one of these before in the last game. That one's going to get over. Strohacker is going to go for third. The play at third in there safely. Strohacker looks like he's in a lot of pain. And that would be a big hit to the Huskies. He tried to take off for third. We're going to take a break with him. You're watching MCTV. Strohacker's up on his feet. That's the good news. Good news is that it looks like Strohacker's able to stand on his own power. Doesn't look like anything too serious. Looks like he reverse scorpioned into third. It's going to keep him in the game. As a reminder, Huskies trail by 2. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out's the count. In the top of the third. The lights are turning on. The sun is setting. This day game was going to start coming into a night one. Here comes the 1-1. Takes outside for 2-1. Rubel at the plate. Strohecker at third. Christine on deck. Here comes the 2-1 to the third baseman. Rubel will take low. It'll be 3-1 now. Beautiful evening here for baseball. You're watching MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Huskies took game 1 5-0. If you're just joining us, we welcome you all. Eating supper here. So that'll be a ball 4. Rubel will take a walk. Christine now steps up into the plate.
Number 4, now batting, Reese Christine.
Runner on first. Takes inside for ball 1. Ammon on deck. We're going to have a timeout here with the coach. We're going to take it with him. You're watching MCTV.
Pitching change for Cumberland Valley. Now pitching number 1, Curtis Shin.
Curtis Shin will pitch now for the Eagles. 2 on, 1 out. You're watching MCTV Baseball. Curtis Shin takes over pitching here.
Reese Christine batting for the Huskies.
Christine now steps in, has a runner on first and third. 1 out. Rubel at first. Will take strike 1. Looked a little high and away. Here comes the 0-1. Rubel's going to take off for second. Takes low. Rubel now will take second. Shin and the catcher gonna have a nice talk here. Catching is Holton Minor. Runner on first, runner on second and third, one out. Tying run across the diamond. Here comes the 2-1 to Kriston. In the dirt, ball 3. Kriston steps in. The 3-1. Outside, and the bases will be loaded for Parker Crownover. 1 out.
Now batting first baseman number 8, Parker Crownover.
Shin on the mound. Crownover playing first base for the Huskies with a big chance. Takes strike 1 inside. Looked a little inside. I'm not going to give him the call. 0-1 count, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Huskies. Trail by 2. Pitcher will step off. Crownover will now step back into the box. Ammon on deck. Here comes the 0-1. Going to look outside. Strohecker's going to take home. All the runners are going to advance 90 feet, and it's a 1-run game in Cumberland Valley. Leading run now across the diamond. Tying run 90 feet away. That one after being in the dirt. It'll be a 1-1 count. Takes high and inside, strike 2. Neither Parker or Coach Hoppel could believe it. Here comes the 1-2 to Crownover. Oh, it's going to be in the dirt. It'll be a 2-2 count. Tying run on third, leading run at second. After the wild pitch from Curtis Shin. 2-1 game. Top of the third. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to be above the head of Parker. Count will go full. Husky dugout now getting loud. Here comes the payoff pitch to Crownover. Takes inside, and it'll be another walk as the Huskies now have the bases loaded for Clay Almond. Bases loaded. 1 out.
The shortstop, number 35, Clay Emmon, now batting.
Runners everywhere. The first pitch to Ammon. Takes strike 1. Bases loaded. 0-1 count, 1 out. Tying run still on third. Force out is anywhere. The 0-1 takes outside. It'll be a 1-1 count. A walk ties the game. A single into the outfield ties to the game. An error ties anything but a double play right now. I think the Huskies will be fine with. Clay's going to chop one to first. He's going to fumble with the ball. Steps on first. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And we're tied. All of a sudden, a little dribbler from Clay Almond. And now Ty Plank has 2 in scoring position with 2 out.
The right fielder, number 23, Ty Plank.
tied at 2 apiece, 2 out, 2 in scoring position for the Huskies. After allowing 1 run in each inning respectively. Two in scoring, 1 out count, the play. Hoppel on deck. It's going to be low and away. It'll be a 2-0 count. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Tie game at 2 apiece. Top of the 3rd inning. Here comes the 2-0 to the right fielder. Plank's going to hit one center field. Center fielder will get under it for the 3rd out of the inning. We're tied at 2 apiece. When we return, bottom of the 3rd action, live on MCTV.
2 left on base. And we had a bingo foul ball that inning. It's under the I-4. I-4. Those you getting here late have to catch up. We've drawn N7, I-6, B9, B7, and I-4. Foul ball bingo. It's not too late to play.
We welcome you all back to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Huskies tied it with a 2-run top of the 3rd. Arnold has allowed 1 earned run every inning. That will occur once again this inning. That'll give the Eagles the lead. Now batting for the Eagles, number 22, Micah LaPila. Here comes the 0-0. Swings through strike 1. The off-speed got him swinging.
Leading off, bottom of the 3rd, third baseman 22, Micah LaPila.
Beautiful curveball got him again. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled off. He'll stay alive. Here comes the 0-2. Low and away in the dirt. Here comes the 1-2. He struck him out on a curveball. A big-time strikeout for Aiden Arnold.
First baseman number 3, Gavin Kendrick.
Here comes the 0-0. Chopped foul. It'll be an 0-1 count. Here comes the 0-1. High and away for ball 1. It'll be ones across the board in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. chopped to short. Ahmed throws over to first in time for out 2.
Shortstop number 6, Alex Crosby.
Alex Crosby now comes up to the plate. Here comes the 0-0. Outside for ball 1. One 0 count. Arnold has faced 2 up, 2 down. Another curveball. Nasty swinging on this. And it'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball. Just a bit inside. It'll be a 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. Low. It'll be a 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Chopped to third over the glove of Rubel. Same thing happened in game 1. And it'll be a single over the third baseman's glove for Crosby.
Right
Now
fielder,
batting,
Wyatt Moore.
Wyatt Moore coming up to the plate. Here comes the 0-0. Will take ball. Runner on first. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Pickoff attempt. I was ready for that one. Called it. It's my highlight of the day. 1-0 count still for the pickoff. 2 outs. Went 2 up, 2 down, then the single over the third baseman's glove. Another pickoff in there safely. Arnold slowing things down, going his own pace. Runner's going to take off for second. Getter, the throw down. Not in time. He's in there safely. Two-one out. I presume. Don't 100% on that. Here comes the pitch. Low and away. It'll be a 3-1. Or it is 2-1, my apologies. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner on second. It's going to be taken away. Taken outside. It'll be a 3-1 count. Here comes the 3-1. Curveball taken for strike 2. Count is full. Runner on second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Tie game. Leading runner at second. The payoff pitch. Chop to third. Nice play. Rubel, tough throw over to first. In time. Aiden Arnold gets out of the jam. And when we return, the 4th inning action live on MCTV.
For the Huskies ends the inning. For Cumberland Valley, no runs, 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on base. We've completed 3 and we're tied at 2.
We're through 3, tied it to a piece, and we got Grady Hoppel leading us off here to start the second. Huskies won game 1 by 5 runs. So they'll come out of here happy with a split, but they would really like this second game. A big momentum in league play with the final week coming up. Huskies' final game is Monday.
Second baseman, number 12, Grady Hoppel leading off, top of the fourth.
Then after that, it'll be districts for the Huskies, or State College and Altoona. Here comes the 0-0 to Hoppel. Hoppel's going to pop it up right field. Right fielder gets under it, makes out one quick. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now batting, Elliot Yetter catching for the Huskies.
Number 33, the catcher, Elliot Yetter.
Here comes the 0-0. Takes strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 to Yetter. That one's going to be the head. It'll be a 1-1 count. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off down the first base line. It'll be a 1-2 count to Yetter. Seven, 8, 9 due up in this inning. Hoppel popped up to right. Here comes the 1-2 to Yetter. Going to take low in the dirt. It'll be a 2-2 count with 1 out in the top half of the 4th. Yetter steps in. The 2-2 to the catcher. Yetter's going to foul it back. He stays alive. Elliot Yetter, Joel Beamer, Evan Strohecker, your next 3 up. The 2-2 pitch to Yetter. Fouls it back. We'll do it once more. The 2-2 pitch to Yetter once more. This is for second place in conference play, or league play. Yetter swings through the fastball, struck out.
The next batter,
Beamer now steps up into the plate.
Joel Beamer.
Ever since Shin came in, after that first inning, he settled things down here. Beamer, did he go around? They're going to say he did for strike 1. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Here comes the 0-0, or the 0-1. Take strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Beamer now at the plate. Here comes the 0-2 to Beamer. Will take strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. And when we return,
The 4th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors.
When we return,
And
Cumberland
we
Valley
had
gets
a
the hits,
bingo
trying
number
to get the
thrown
hits
that in
back
under the
going
G
after leading by
three.
2.
G
Huskies will have the top of the
three.
order due up in the 5th. You're watching MCTV.
Have bingo, scream out, let us know. Bring your bingo card to the press box. We'll verify it and give you your prize. And once again, it's not over. You can still purchase bingo cards at the press box.
We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. We're tied at 2 apiece halfway through this game.
Leading off for Cumberland Valley, we're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The catcher, number 21, Holton Minor.
Holton Minor now comes up to the plate. Here comes the 0-0. We'll take strike 1. The lights get brighter as the sun gets lower. Swings through strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 from Arnold to Minor. Takes high. Here comes the 1-2. That'll be high. It'll be a 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2. He struck him out on a curveball in the dirt. Arnold with another strikeout to his name. 8-9-1 due up in the order.
Number 12, Cam Laura.
Now batting, number 12, Cam Laurie. That one's going to be popped up left field. Xander gets under it, makes the catch, and a quick out, too.
Top of the batting order, leadoff hitter, left fielder, number 4, Sid Patel.
Sid Patel comes up to the plate. Two outs, bottom of the 4th. Tied at 2 apiece. Takes low in the dirt. I call time from Patel. Third time through the order versus Arnold is Patel. Due up in the 5th if this first batter's an out. Beautiful curveball from Arnold. It'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be in the dirt. Get away from Yetter. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Takes strike 2. Two balls, 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Arnold. popped center field. Strohecker giving chase. Makes the third out of the inning. And we're going to go to the fifth, tied at 2 apiece. You're watching MCTV Baseball. When we return, top of the order.
One left on base after 4. We're tied at 2.
Strohecker will lead us off in the top of the fifth. Strohecker somehow, someway, always finds a way on base. Scored on a wild pitch his last time out.
Number 6, Evan Strohecker.
As day turns to dusk, here comes the first pitch. Inside, Strohecker takes ball on. Here comes the 1-0. They'll take strike one. Here comes the 1-1 to Strohecker. It's going to be in the dirt. Good take by Strohecker. It'll be a 2-1 count. Two balls, one strike, no out. Top of the fifth inning. Strohecker leading us off. Here comes the 2-1. Strohecker, they're going to say he went around. Two balls, two strikes. Here comes the 2-2. It's going to be taken for strike three. Looked outside to me.
Now batting third baseman number 17, Lincoln Rubel.
Now Rubel comes up to the plate. We'll take strike one. Here comes 0-1. One's across the board in the top of the fifth. One ball, one strike, one out. Here comes the 1-1. Rubel takes slow in the dirt for ball two. Here comes the 2-1 to Rubel. It's going to be taken outside for ball three. The 3-1 to Rubel. Rubel's going to hit it. Tough play at short. Bobbles the ball. Rubel's in there safely with an infield single. Chris Stein comes up to the plate, has the lone homer for the Huskies this season. That was against Bald Eagle area.
4, Reese Christine.
Huskies won that game 13-3 in 5 innings. It was a 3-run blast. It's going to take low in the dirt. Here comes the 1-0 to Christine. Pickoff attempt in there safely. One 0 count. 1 out. Pickoff again in there safely. One 0 count, 1 out. Another pickoff in there safely. Rubel at first. Christine at the plate. 1 out. For the Strohecker strikeout looking. You absolutely cannot call that a strike. That looked about 3 inches inside. I'm sorry, but from here at least it looked nowhere near the zone. My apologies. So it's a 1-1 count with 1 out. Christine swings through strike 2. Rubel at first. Christine at the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Runner's going to take off. Called strike 3. Rubel takes second.
The next batter will be the cleanup hitter, first baseman number 8, Parker Crownover.
Crownover now stepping up to the plate. Here comes the 0-0. It's going to take low and away for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. It's going to be low in the dirt. Nice pick by the catcher. Two 0 count, runner on second, 2 outs. It's going to take strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Two 1 count, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Parker's going to foul it off. It'll be a dead ball. It'll be 2s across the board. Runner on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're tied at 2. Top of the 5th inning. Here comes the 2-2. Crownover will take inside for strike 3.
In the 5th inning,
And
the
when we
Huskies, no runs,
return,
one hit,
bottom
no
of the
errors,
fifth
one
inning, live on
left
MCTV.
base. And a reminder, there will be a winner in our foul ball bingo. If nobody has it on their card, your card is assigned a number, and we will draw a random number to determine a winner.
Two to two. Fifth inning, bottom of the fifth. 2-3-4 due up for the Eagles. If Arnold can go 3 up, 3 down, this will be the biggest inning of the game. Maybe of the season when it comes to league play. Nobody on. The three power hitters. Shaley, power hitter. So is the on-deck guy. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Will take strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Arnold. Going to be hit back up the middle. Nice play by Clay Ammond at shortstop to get the first out of the inning. We're going to have a pitching change. Madden Weaver's going to come in for Aiden Arnold. Ever since the second inning, Aiden Arnold has been as good as you can get. When we return, Madden Weaver tries to end the fifth live on MCTV.
Pitching change for the Huskies now. Pitching number 27, Madden Weaver. Great job, Aiden Arnold.
If game 1 was big game feel, what does this put game 2 at? Tied at 2 apiece. We're in the bottom of the fifth, 1 out. Madden Weaver now coming into the game.
Stepping to the plate for the Eagles, center fielder number 13, Caden Lloyd.
Caden Lloyd now steps into the plate, a left-handed hitter, hitting in the 3 spot today in game 2. Weaver gets set. This will be his first pitch of the game. Squeezes a bunt down. We'll pull back for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Squeezes it down. Here comes the 2-0. Squeezes a bunt down. It'll go foul. And it'll be a 2-1 count with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Two-one count, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Here comes the 2-1 from Weaver. Popped up, out of play. Caden Lloyd at the plate. The 2-2 pitch from Weaver. He struck him out. Got him frozen on the fastball. And Weaver has 1 up, 1 down, and for the 2nd out at the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting third baseman number 22, Micah LaPila.
Micah LaPila coming up. Weaver set on the mound. Here comes the 0-up. It's going to be low for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Take low. Off speed there. 78 miles an hour. Here comes the 2-0. Will take ball low. That one read 86 on the radar. Three balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Here comes the 3-0. We'll throw strike 1. 85 on the radar. Senior night here in Cumberland Valley. So here comes the 3-1. It's going to be outside for ball 4. Now coming up.
Batting for the Eagles, first baseman number 3, Gavin Kendrick.
Gavin Kendrick started game 1. Gonna have a pinch runner here. I mean, number 2, Matt Chan, senior.
Number 2, Matt Chan, running for Cumberland Valley at first base.
1 on, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Weaver, the pitch. It's going to drop the ball for ball 1. One-0 count, 2 outs. Here comes the 1-0. That one's going to be hit to second. Hoppel with a diving play gets the out for out number 3. Grady Hoppel threw a complete game shutout, and there he makes a diving catch to keep the runner from possibly getting into second play. When we return, we have 2 innings of baseball left to be played, live on MCTV.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. And we had a foul ball bingo number under the 05. 05.
All right, we welcome you back to MCTV. I'm here with some fans here. What are your guys' names?
Logan.
Logan.
Nathan.
We got Nathan here. Jeffrey. And
Jackson.
Jackson. And what do you guys have to say?
Let's go, Horsey! No!
All right. Now, those are some of the some Cumberland Valley fans. They're here with the foul ball bingo. So, you know, got to give them a little shout out. They're out here running around having some fun. I remember one day whenever I was running around the ballpark. It'll be good memories. I hope those kids remember. So now they're going to go out here and keep in Curtis Shin. Ammon's going to lead off.
Leadoff batter for Mifflin County shortstop, number 35, Clay Ammon.
Hoppel had a diving play to end of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. Here comes the 0-0. Ammon's going to swing through strike one. Here comes the 0-1 to Ammon. Shin is set. The pitch. It's going to be low in the dirt for ball one. Here comes the 1-1 to Ammon. Ammon playing shortstop in this game. Takes strike two. The 1-2 count to Ammon. Will take strike three low.
Right fielder, 23, Ty Plank.
Plank now steps into the plate. Right fielder. Here comes the 0-0. Plank's going to take in the dirt. Here comes the 1-0 to Plank. Take strike one. Here comes the ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Plank will take strike two on the slider by the looks of it. Looking up here at Cumberland Valley's awards, district champions in 2018. Here comes the 1-2. Chopped foul down the first base line. Coach Hoppel with a one-handed play. And the throw. Hyping up the dugout. Here comes the 1-2 to Plank. Plank fouls it. Mack will do it again. Plank stays alive. Here comes the 1-2 to Plank. Plank's going to foul it back. We'll do it again. Here comes the 1-2 to Plank once more. Has fouled off the last two. takes inside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 6th. Every batter more important than the last. Here comes the pitch. Plank's going to hit one. Center field just got under it. Get in for out 2. Hoppel on deck. Or Hoppel comes up to the plate. Lepley on deck. He's going to take over Yetter's spot behind the plate. Here comes the 2-2 or the 0-0. They're going to say he went around. The 0-1 count now to Hoppel.
Second baseman, Grady Hoppel.
And a diving catch to end the 5th. It's going to be high and inside. And it'll be a 1-1 count. Here comes the 1-1. Going to take inside for strike 2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Hoppel. Inside's going to crush one. Foul down the left field line. Top of the 6th, 1-2 count to Grady Hoppel. Pulled one just foul on his last swing. Here comes the 1-2 to Hoppel. Gonna take strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. And it'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Huskies when we return, bottom half of the 6th, live on MCTV.
In the 6th inning for Mifflin County, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And we have a G under the G9. G9 under the 05. 05. Reviewing G3, I4, B7, B9, I6, and N7. That latest number, G9.
The intensity picks up as the game gets further. Now batting Alex Crosby.
Leading off, shortstop, number 6, Alex Crosby.
Number 6 is going to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Big game feel. This is for number 2 in the league. Swings through strike 1. 86 miles an hour on the radar. Here comes the 0-1. It's going to be outside. Top out at 87. Weaver has some speed. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be high. Be a 2-1 count. Weaver's set. Here comes the pitch. High and for ball 3. Weaver set on the mound. Crosby set at the plate. Here comes the 3-1. Swings through strike 2. That one will top out at 86. Crosby at the plate. Weaver on the mound. The 3-2 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 4. And the leading run is on first base. Runner on first.
Pinch hitting for Cumberland Valley, number 18, Chris Dunkel.
Chris Dunkel now steps up to the plate. Going to squeeze one down. Weaver's going to not get the force out at second. Look to go there. Runner goes, advances to second. It'll be 8-9 due up in the order. Bunt got the job done, moved the runner over.
The catcher, number 21, Holton Miner.
Holton Miner stepping up to the plate. Runner on second, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. That one's going to be low for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Runner's going to take off for third, off of the glove of Lepley. It's going to get behind him. Now the runner advances to third with 1 out. Gonna have time here. Hoppel's going to go talk to Weaver. When we return, we're going to figure out what happens in the bottom of the 6th live on MCTV. Two-0 count. Weaver will stay on the mound. We welcome you all to live MCTV baseball. Runner on third. Infield playing in. That one's going to get fouled back. And it'll be a 2-1 count to the catcher. Here comes the 2-1. It's going to be low in the dirt, blocked by Lepley. It'll be a 3-1 count. Three-one count, 1 out. Expect Miner to swing here. It's a 3-1 count. That one's going to get popped up. First baseman Parker loses it. The ball's going to get down, and the runner's going to get home. And now the Eagles lead 3-2. Eagles lead 3-2. 1 out. Runner on first. Gonna take strike
Batting for the Eagles,
one.
second baseman number 12, Cam Lori.
Cam Lori. Pickoff attempt in there safely. It's going to be taken for strike two. Here comes the 0-2. Takes outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-2. That one's going to be hit center field. Strohecker chasing, gets under it for out two.
Left fielder, number 4, Sid Patel, now batting.
Now batting. Number 4, Sid Patel, the leadoff hitter. First time facing Weaver today. It's the purple and orange skies. We're under the lights here in Cumberland Valley. Beautiful night for baseball. A good cloudy. Runner on first. Runner's going to take off. Lepley, the throw down. Got him in time for out three. Easton Lepley doing what he does best, throwing them out. When we return, Huskies need one in the top of the seventh, or they'll split the series. You're watching MCTV Baseball.
1 hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. Your score after 6 innings, the Eagles 3, the Huskies 2, and we did have a foul ball bingo number drawn that inning. It's G7, under the G7. And once again, stick around after the game. If we do not have a bingo winner on the card, we will draw a random number and assign it to your bingo card. And if you have that number, you're going to win. Right now, it's a $70 first prize with a free party tray from Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Three outs for the Huskies to try and keep the sweep. Cumberland Valley ranked 30th in the state. Usually what they're known for, their hitting has not been spectacular tonight. Only 3 runs across both games. Shutout in the first one, and obviously that run on the air. It'll be Lepley, Beamer, and Strohecker to lead us off.
Mifflin County, number 11, Easton Lepley.
Lepley had to throw down to end the 6th. He'll start the 7th. Comes the 0-0. Lepley will take ball 1 low. Lepley didn't start this game, came into relief for Yetter. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. We're going to keep Shin out there. We'll take strike 1. Lepley is set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to the catcher. Swings through strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. Lepley's going to foul it off. Stay alive. One-two count. Lepley stands in the box. Here comes the 1-2. Lepley's going to rope one over the third baseman's head, and the tying run is on first base. Easton Lepley, with his one plate appearance in the game, rips one down the left field line for a single. Chase Hartung will courtesy run for Mifflin County.
Pitch running at first base will be number 7, Chase Hartung. And batting, left fielder number 1, Joel Beamer.
The Huskies dugout has life. Beamer now steps up to the plate. Tying run at first, leading run at the plate. Top of the 7th inning. Huskies down to their last 3 outs. Here comes the 0-0. Beamer will take low for ball 1. Husky dugout getting loud. One ball, no strike, no out. Tying run, 270 feet away on first base. Beamer pickoff in there safely. Nearly got away. Nice job by the first baseman to prevent that from being extra bases. Here comes the 1-0 to Beamer. Will take strike 1. That'll be a 1-1 count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. No outs. Hartung at first. Gonna squeeze, pulls back, it'll be a 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Hartung at first. Beamer's gonna squeeze one down the first base line. Gonna avoid the tag, he's safe. They're going to call him out.
The next batter will be the leadoff hitter, center fielder number 6, Evan Strohacker.
Strohacker comes up to the plate. Hartung's at second. One out. Runner on second. Strohacker up to the plate. There isn't one guy in the Commonwealth I wouldn't want up more now. That's going to be blocked in the dirt. It'll be a 1-0 count. Rubel on deck. One 0, 1 out. Tying runs on second. Top of the 7th inning. Strohacker's going to hit one to second base. Going to get the force out at first. Runner advances to third. Lincoln Rubel comes up to the plate.
We do have a foul ball bingo drawn, 0-1, 0-1, under the 0-1.
2 outs. Top of the 7th, Huskies down to their last life.
Third baseman number 17, Lincoln Rubel.
Weaver will be on deck if needed. Here comes the 0-0 to Rubel. That's going to be in the dirt, blocked for ball 1. One of the best games of the year. Back and forth, tied after 3. Cumberland Valley took the lead in the 6th. The tying run is 90 feet away. The 1-0 to Rubel. Rubel swings through strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And out ends the game. Anything other than that that'll score the run, that'll be low and away for ball 2, will tie this game. Hartung has speed. He's at third base. That's the tying run. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Rubel, the third baseman. That's going to be low for ball 3. Weaver is on deck. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tying run is at third. Here comes the 3-1 to Rubel. Swings through strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Tying run is on third. You can't write it better than this. Game 2 of the doubleheader comes down to the payoff pitch from Shin. Rubel takes strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, and that'll end the game. Huskies will split the series with the Eagles 3-2.
No errors.
Huskies won game 1 5-0.
On base. Curtis Shin.
Lost game 2
player of the
3-2.
Congratulations.
Split with a very good
And
team.
our winning card is
We thank you all for watching MCTV
26.
Baseball. My
Yeah,
name's
the
Aiden
bingo card
Stevens.
with the 26
You
at the
guys
bottom.
be
Bring it to the
safe.
press box
Have a good rest of your
immediately.
night. And
Card
we'll
number
see you tomorrow
26.
evening. Huskies trail by 3 to Mechanicsburg after the rain delay. Live on MCTV Baseball. 3 o'clock start time. Be